welcome back to the channel. It's Sunday night. Let's talk box office. If you are new, you're going to want to click that red subscribe down below if you love movies, Blu-ray trip, and award season, just like I do. So let's talk box office. We had 3 movies in contention for the top spot. Did Sonic hold? Did Call of the Wild bust in? Or did Birds of Prey make a gigantoid comeback because they changed their name? It was Sonic. Just barely, though. Let's break this down. Sonic, in its second weekend, $26.3 million, over $200 million global. However, it dropped by 55%. That's not really that great considering we were on such a hype and a momentum with Sonic last weekend. However, I do think that this entire weekend, every single movie dropped, obviously, except if you were a new release. So the drop isn't shocking. It's just the amount of the drop. Over 55%, that's a lot. Number 2, Call of the Wild. This was a big, gigantic surprise. A lot of people were thinking about 18, 19 million. It made 24.8. It almost got into the top slot and overtook Sonic. However, that little blue hedgehog just will not stop. However, Call of the Wild, an opening weekend, $40.2 million global, but there's no way that this film is going to make their money back because the overall total was over $100 million to make that movie, and I just don't see it happening, unfortunately. In the number 3, even Harley Quinn changing the name of the title of her film could not save it. In the third weekend, $7 million, a 59% drop, and only $173 million global. I think we can call it, guys. Birds of Prey is unfortunately a flop. I hate to say it because I enjoyed the film. I really did. I gave it a chance with an open mind. I liked it, but a lot of other people don't. A worldwide total of only 173 million is very embarrassing for a DC film. It only needed 300 million to make its money back. And it couldn't even do that. It's only going to get worse from here. There's no way it's going to happen. Why is this happening? Because these movies should have bigger box office totals globally. Well, I think I have an answer for that. China is quarantined because of the coronavirus, and China is the second biggest movie market in the entire world. So therefore, a lot of the movie business overseas is taken away, and it's really showing in these box office numbers. Number 4 was Brahms the Boy 2. I'm actually surprised it was number 4, but it only opened with $6 million. And then number 5, Bad Boys for Life, just will not let go. It is here for life with 5.8 million, almost beating Brahms, a new release. This movie came out in January and is still hanging in and made $191 million overall total. Now, 1917 and Parasite are still in the game in the top 10 because of their Oscar win and Parasite's historic win. But I think in the next week or two, they're going to be pushed off to the side, especially Parasite. It's low. I think it's number 8 on the list. It's going to go very soon. Jumanji is still hanging in there at number 9 with over $300 million. Just won't let go. The biggest drop was The Photograph. I think last week it was number 4 and it dropped to number 10. 77% drop. That is not good. This is going to be very telling for Issa Rae's movie career future because she does have another movie coming out in, I believe, April called The Lovebirds with Kumail Nanjiani. If that movie fails, Issa Rae is going to be labeled box office poison because Little didn't really do that great. The Photograph is a goddamn bomb. And if The Lovebirds tanks, she's in trouble. And the only new release this coming weekend is The Invisible Man. No competition whatsoever. A lot of people are hyped for this movie. I think it's going to do very well. And they were smart because the budget is only $7 million. So therefore, this movie is guaranteed to make a profit. Take notes, guys. Take notes about this because that's how you make money. low budget. Okay, my top 5 for the coming weekend. Obviously, number 1, I think it's going to be The Invisible Man. Pretty much because pretty much every horror movie that's come out so far this year has been horrible. I think this film is going to break that. This is going to be the first great horror movie of the year. And yes, I am going to go and see it because I don't think it's overly violent, so therefore it's okay for me. I'm going to go and see it. I like Elizabeth Moss. I think she's extremely underrated and very talented. So that's my number 1 choice. Number 2, I think Sonic is going to hold. Number 3, Call of the Wild. However, I would not be surprised if these two flip-flopped. Maybe Call of the Wild could overtake number 2 slot. I don't know. But Invisible Man, Sonic, Call of the Wild, Birds of Prey, and then 5, I'm putting Bad Boys for Life. I know I do that every week, but it's just hanging on so strong. I really don't see Brahms the Boy 2 hanging in there. I think it's going to be Bad Boys. All right, I have a couple of shout outs I have to do. I have 2 because last week I forgot one. So this week I'm doing 2. All right, so the first shout out of the week goes to Kevin Olivieri. I'm so sorry if I butchered your name, but that is the number 1 shout out. Hello, Kevin. And number 2 is going to Marcus in Farmington Valley. Marcus, hello to you too. So there are 2 shout outs. If you want to become a shout out of the week, potentially, just become active on the channel. Subscribe, get down in the comments, and let me know some thoughts about what's going on. You could possibly be a shout out. You never know. All right, guys, let me know your thoughts of this weekend's box office. It was crazy. It was just crazy. Let's talk about it. Let's have a conversation. Slam that like and subscribe. And as always, I'll see you at the movies.